True love, does it exist? Or is it something that we only read about in a book, a fairy tale? Hi everyone, what do you think? What is your idea about true love? Do you believe in it? What is it like according to you? Today's poem will give you an insight into what Shakespeare thought about true love. This is a famous sonnet, Sonnet 116. The sonnet consists of 14 lines and each line has 10 syllables. It is a typical English or Elizabethan sonnet because it has 3 quatrains and is followed by a rhyming couplet. The literary devices used in the poem are alliteration and personification. There is imagery too, as you will see when I go through the poem. So let's go ahead and see what true love is all about. In the eyes of a very famous man, William Shakespeare, he is considered the greatest writer and world's greatest dramatist. He wrote 39 plays, 154 sonnets, 3 narrative poems, and some other verses. His plays have been translated into almost every single language in the world, and they are performed more often than those of any other person. So let's see what his sonnet is all about and what it says about true love, and if it matches your idea of true love. Shall we? This one is called Sonnet 116. Let Me Not to the Marriage of True Minds by William Shakespeare. Let me not to the marriage of true minds admit impediments. Love is not love which alters when it alteration finds, or bends with the remover to remove. Oh no, it is an ever-fixed mark that looks on tempests and is never shaken. It is the star to every wandering bark, whose worth's unknown, although his height be taken. Love's not time's fool, though rosy lips and cheeks within his bending sickle's compass come. Love alters not with his brief hours and weeks, but bears it out even to the edge of doom. If this be error and upon me proved, I never writ, nor no man ever loved. Let's go through it again while I explain it to you. It begins like this. Let me not to the marriage of true minds admit impediments. That means a marriage of true minds, 2 people who are in love. Shakespeare says, let me not admit impediments. Let me not tell you that there is any obstruction, any kind of problem when 2 people fall in love. A true love. Love is not love which alters when it alteration finds. What is true love? It is not something that changes as soon as there is some change that comes about in your life. It does not bend with the remover to remove. Someone, when 2 people are in love, there's sometimes someone else, a third person who does not like the idea of these 2 people being in love and tries to get in the way. But true love will not bend. In spite of that remover being there, the person who is against them. True love will not have any problem with that. It will stand strong, steadfast. Oh no, he says, no. Oh no, what? Oh no, it will not alter and it will not bend. It is an ever-fixed mark. True love is like a fixed mark that never moves. It looks on tempests and is never shaken. Even if there is a very bad storm, a tempest, a bad storm, true love does not shake. It does not fall. It does not waver. It is like an ever-fixed mark. It is the star to every wandering bark. Wandering bark is a small boat, a boat that has lost its way. Now, when a boat loses its way, it looks for a star. In those days, they would look for a particular star to find their way back to the shore. So it is like that. Love is like a star. It can be compared to a star, so that a ship that is lost can find its way back, whose worth's unknown. I mean, you cannot tell what the worth of true love is. Although his height be taken, that means you can measure it. You can measure true love, but you cannot tell its worth. Love's not time's fool, the rosy lips and cheeks within his bending sickle's compass come. So, what is Shakespeare saying here? He says, time is such that it changes things. It will use its bending sickle's compass, a compass, right? You know what a compass is, it shows direction. And sickle is something that a farmer uses to cut his crop. So he says it's bending, but love is not time's fool. So love does not change with time. Time may have a bending sickle and may try to chop it down, because as time passes, rosy lips and cheeks may change. Someone who looked all bright and starry eyed may not look that way any longer. Your skin may start sagging, your eyes may lose their color, their spark. You may look older with time. You will look older with time, not may, you will. But love won't change because of that. Love alters not with his brief hours and weeks. So time takes hours and weeks and years to change things. But love will not change. Bears it out even to the edge of doom. Doom is something really bad. So even if something really bad happens, love will bear it out. Love will struggle but stay firm. And if this be error, so Shakespeare says, if what I'm saying is not correct, and someone can prove that I am not correct, upon me proved means if someone can prove that I am not saying something that is right, then I never writ. Then just consider that I never wrote these lines. Nice, na? Or consider that no man ever loved. You can consider two things. If you think that all these things that are written are wrong, are incorrect in some way, and you can prove that they are incorrect, that true love is not really what I am saying it is, then there are two things you can consider: either that I never wrote these lines, or no one has ever been in love. Interesting, isn't it? Very interesting poem, and one of my favorites. So we've come to the end of the poem, and I hope you enjoyed it, understood it, and found it amusing and interesting like I did. Until we meet again, cheerio.